everyone, welcome to my channel. Um, Previous slides we have talked about how to write a proposal generally, and then we move to the research question. This time we're going to talk about how to write rationale. Rationale is one of the important parts we always use in proposal. So what are we going to write in rationale? First of all, in rationale, you have to point out which one is important. Um, this research is why this research is worth to do, why it is important, what are the current knowledge gap. So you need to mention about the knowledge gap or current literature in this field, in this topic. And then you are fulfill this gap and what kind of advantages you're going to get by doing this research. So in rationale, how to write it. First of all, you need to introduce a little bit of your topics, and then you can mention the updated literature about the topic. On this side you have a lot of literature. They might have a conflict idea, and what is the weakness of the knowledge gap they didn't mention yet. That knowledge gap, you are going to mention it and you are fulfilling it, and then how important it is. And this is the part of rationale, that how rationale works. And then we're going to move to aim and objectives. It seems to be easy and it is the most important part. Aim is easy to understand, but sometimes objectives make you confused. Aim is just your main goal. Objective is how you will do to achieve your main goal. It has to be step by step mentioning, and you are like telling a story to others. So in objective, it looks like dividing your research aim into several small parts. Each part represents a key section of your research project. You need to start with an action verb, and then you can use SMART technique. If you don't know SMART technique, no problem. I just want to give you some general idea. All of your research objective has to be specific, it means precise, and then it has to be measurable, and then it should be achievable, and it is relevant and time bound, meaning it has to fit with your time. Well, so I'm going to show you some example. I can create some of the research question and the aim. Let's see. We're going to determine the success rate of dental implant treatment in patient who has diabetes, and we are going to compare with healthy patient. That is our main goal. So when you write the objectives, it depends on what study design you are going to use. With that aim and with that research question, you can do clinical research, and also you can do systematic review. Whether primary research or secondary research, it means primary research means clinical research, secondary means kind of review. So you need to write down, start with the action verb like study, to study, blah blah blah, to study, to research, to examine, to investigate this and this, to collect the data, to select those, to issue, to analyze, something like that. These are some strong action verbs. So this is just an example how we're going to write an objective. So in here, aim is we want to determine the success rates. So success rate is kind of outcomes. You might have a lot of outcomes by doing this, maybe in implant treatment or whatever. So one of the outcome is success rate. You are aiming for those specific data. And then dental implant treatment. It is a broad term. Actually, it can be single piece implants, denture, making implant, denture for implant, implant for denture, and then two pieces implant, one pieces implants, and then tissue level, bone level, immediate loading. A lot of things can happen. You can narrow it down if you want. This is just an example. And then we're going to emphasize on patient who has diabetes mellitus, and then we will compare with healthy patient. So how are we going to do step by step? It's not a procedure that it is like we are aiming from this and this. We're telling the story or to the audience. So first of all, we need to research the information. That information, what kind of information? That should be related with the dental implant effect. And then we're going to look for those information from the validated source. There are a lot of sources which are not right for the research. So we are going to look for the information that related to the dental implant, effect of dental implant from the validated source. And then our objective is we're going to collect some primary research article, because now we're going to do is review. So we have to collect primary research articles, and that is going to mention outcome of the implant. Next one, do we know about success rate? Do we know about the implant treatment? Do we know about diabetes mellitus? And do we know about healthy patient? So we are going to narrow down step by step. We are going to study the different types of implant treatments, maybe whatever this is. If you want to delete this part, you need to change in here. And then we are going to investigate the effect of those treatments, but only from the healthy patient. When narrowed down, we will examine the effect of this implant treatment, but we narrow down to type 2 diabetes mellitus patient. And then from those effects, we take out only success rates or survival rate. They both are different, but you need to mention about those two together. Or you can add in here as well, no problem. Only in healthy patient, and then the same time with type 2 diabetes mellitus. And then you are going to compare those two data of those type, the two different types. And then at the end of the time, you are going to recommend the application of your implant treatment on diabetes patient, or you're gonna suggest, oh, you should not do implant in diabetes patient. Whatever it is, you don't know yet. This is just what you are going to do. Okay. Well, this is the end of the today's section, and we will be back again. Next time, we're going to talk about methodology. What types of research designs, what we need to write in methodology section, something like that. Thank you for listening with patience, and we will be back again.